Hello, I'm Willard Richart, and I'm here with our good friend Tim Fox, Chief Technology Officer of Infolob. Tim, thanks for joining the show.
Thanks, Willard. Glad to be here.
So today, we're really going to be talking about cloud journey number 1, which is optimizing on-premise environments. But before we get to that, can you give us an overview of Infolob and some of your capabilities?
Sure. So Infolob is a North American Oracle Platinum partner. We're based in Irving, Texas. We have about 450 consultants spread around the U.S. We focus a lot on the Oracle database technology stack. So any organization using the database and the surrounding tools would be considered a customer of ours. So no specific vertical market across industries. We also have application implementation management and SaaS services, managed services across the entire stack as well, and a growing cloud practice.
Well, that's great. You guys are doing wonderfully in your growth. You're really well known for being the experts in optimizing engineered systems. So could you give us a couple of examples of how you've helped customers with their business problems?
Sure. So what we found is that a lot of our customers are really unaware of the full potential of some of the Oracle engineered systems, especially Exadata. So in order to really fully understand that so that we could turn that information back around to our customers, we built a technology lab. And in that lab, we have an Exadata and ZFS, ODA, and a farm for OVM. So we use that to learn and then bring that information back to our customers. So I'll give you a couple examples. One interesting one in the banking industry was that this group that makes software for the banking industry said, we would like to try to get this 17-hour workload on IBM down to 5 hours on something else. And we said, well, we think we can do that with Exadata. And so we went into the process and did it. And the customer came back to us and said, okay, if you can get that to 3 hours. I said, wait a minute, we made 5. He said, yeah, 3 hours, and I'll take you with me, and I'll sell Exadata for you. So we did that. And we weren't allowed to change any code because it's the banking industry. So if we change code, then everyone else has to test it. So that was a huge win. That group is now using and selling Exadatas to all their customers. There is in the healthcare industry, we're also very active. There are several environments where their data warehouses in healthcare are huge. They always grow. They never get smaller. And those platforms really stress traditional architectures. So, and very often it's IBM as well. So we will take these data sets off of those incumbent platforms, move them to Exadata, and with very little tuning, get tens of times improvement in performance, which in the healthcare industry is very important for all of us. Better healthcare, results from better reporting and better information access. So that's also been very good for us. But it's not always performance. There are those situations where the customers say, I just need to be in production quickly on something that's going to be stable. And when an Exadata rolls in, it's ready to go. So we had a customer in the hospitality industry that said, I'm just tired of rebuilding my rack environments. So purchasing several Exadata platforms enabled them to go into production in under 60 days. But they had no intention of really using the performance features. So all of that kind of fits within what we do.
Yeah, I love your stories because you have a lot of optimization from an IBM platform, replatforming onto Oracle to get them ready to go to the cloud. So certainly appreciate all those successes you have.
Yeah, and that's a good point too that you bring up the optimization. That we really believe if you're going to move a workload to the cloud, it really should be optimized on-prem before you go there. So if you're running on an Exadata platform and you're not realizing all the benefits, that's where we come in, make sure that the customer feels all of those features and takes advantage of them so that when they move to the cloud, that they continue to take those with them.
Right. You've done a great job of helping your clients understand all the capabilities of our platform, so certainly appreciate that. Earlier in the show, we heard a lot about the autonomous platform, the Oracle Autonomous Platform. So can you give us your thoughts as to how that will impact Infolob?
Yeah, so as a partner, and anything that's autonomous, that's potentially going to take services away from us, right? The way that I look at it is that if the autonomous platform enables more of our customers to use more of the Oracle product set, or new customers to get into the to the club, basically,
Right.
easily without a whole lot of effort from our side, then that just opens up the opportunity for more services from us. So the customers are still going to need some sort of a trusted partner consulting, as in how do you really take advantages of all of the advantage of these features, whether it's in the cloud or on-prem, and again, getting customers into that environment easily, where as a partner I don't have to spend as much time doing that. That's great for me.
Yeah, and you'll continue to sell services on top of the autonomous stack and also a breadth of solutions on the sides.
Correct. I mean, that autonomous database might be one facet of an organization's overall Oracle platform. And again, creating a database is one part of it, getting the data to it, designing the database the way that the customer really needs it. Those are still things that the customers will benefit from.
Yes. We talk a lot, over the years, we've talked a lot about increasing the solution set, and particularly around availability. Recently, we've announced, OPN has announced a program to incentivize partners to use our maximum availability architecture, which fundamentally the core components would be our ZFS backup appliance and our ZDLRA, which is our zero data loss recovery appliance. I know you guys are experts and you use those. Can you give us some ideas how you integrate those into your customer solutions?
Yeah, sure. Those are tools that they're not new to us. They're not new to our sales practice. So for many years, we've been selling Exadata platforms along with services. And in every one of the quotes that we give to a customer, there's a ZFS in it. So minimally for backup. Everyone from our side kind of knows that that's the best place to do large database backups given the InfiniBand connectivity. Right. And when ZDLRA arrived, that fit right into our wheelhouse as well. It's essentially an Exadata that can handle the backup processes a little bit differently. So as we talk to our customer base about which way should you go, it's going to be one or the other. You have to have a good backup solution. When we talk about customers in healthcare, for example, that have a single very, very large data warehouse, ZFS is the right play for that. If you have a high-density consolidation platform, maybe hundreds of databases on a quarter rack, and you have multiple quarter racks or multiple Exadatas, those are the places where the ZDLRA really comes into play. There's also maybe a little less known feature set for ZDLRA in that you can actually use it to do migrations. So if you're on IBM or Solaris and you want to migrate to Intel, you can use that ZDLRA platform as your kind of mediary and do your Indian changes through it. And given that the platform is constantly backing up your data, you can do almost real-time migrations.
Yeah, just some of the ideas about scaling out the solution from not just being the engineered system, but being bigger than that. So certainly appreciate your thoughts to the audience around how to do that. In closing, just you have a couple closing comments maybe to tie it up for the group?
Yeah, sure. When we see a lot of customers, all of them need help in some way, especially in the engineered systems platforms. We realize the customers don't have free time, right? So they're running their business, which is why we built our technology lab. We spent the time and effort and the funds to do that. We can then turn that back around and educate our customers.
Their advisor.
Right, help them get to the point where they need to be before they expand or essentially move into the cloud. The backup solutions that we see very often are not necessarily enterprise ready. I have been the recipient of a backup system that wasn't really that good. So having those solutions in place and ensuring that your database is up and running, ensuring that you can recover from any kind of a failure or of a down system, those are the kind of things that we really provide for our customers.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing with our group today, Tim. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Willard.
So thank you for joining our discussion with Tim Fox of Infolob. Bill will be right back after this break.